Hey guys, I'm Boot. We're in New Jersey, and today I want to talk about how 2025 turned out. So lately, things have been really, different. I've been kind of working two jobs, trying to get things together, trying to come up a little bit, get a second vehicle. Unfortunately, you guys saw the Project F-150. That project went to the shitter because I have neighbors who are not very cool about it. Unfortunately, I was told either I get rid of it or my neighbors would take care of it. So at that point, I had to get rid of it. Picked up a 2006 Hyundai Tucson from a buddy of mine for like $500. I don't think he really knew what was wrong with it. Once I dug into it, I found out it was pretty much a complete and utter dumpster fire. The ignition, when you turn it off, it leaves the accessories on, so I'm dealing with that at the moment. That's kind of a pain in the ass, but it's par for the course when you drive a vehicle that's a piece of shit. So my thought process was, I'm sure that for like $2,000 I could find a better vehicle than this, than to dump $2,000 into getting the work done on the motor and then having any other things that come up need to be fixed. However, I'm finding that's a joke because and I hate to say inflation, because inflation is another term for greed. So with greed, bringing the prices of things up, you can't find anything decent for that kind of price unless you really know somebody or have a hookup like that. So that's that. The next thing I want to talk about is the way that I have been feeling the last week. I ended up getting sick Monday. Went into work, hacked up a lung half the day. Didn't think anything of it, just like, I'll get through it, it'll be fine, I'll feel better in a couple days, and that'll be that. Unfortunately, I didn't realize, I hate to be the guy that at 45 years old just realized that there's multiple strains of the flu, and like, there's one that's very, very bad, and that's the one I'm dealing with right now. I feel probably a million times better than I did the other day, but I mean, it's fucking awful. So there's that. Then on top of it, I had to call out of work today. This is the first time I've been out of bed. I just got in the shower. It's like noon. One of the guys that I work with has kids. He has a baby at home, and I'm not trying to get him sick and have him bring it home to his baby. That's my biggest fear at that point, and like, I'm trying to see if anybody else at work got sick because of me, but that's not gonna get anywhere. So right now it's just about trying to get better. Apparently I have flu A, which is very, very contagious. It's like the one that can cause a pandemic. Which, like, after having COVID, okay, I remember the first bout with COVID, because I've had COVID a few times. The first bout of COVID was awful. Like, not just because I felt like shit, but because of all the naysayers. I remember going to my doctor when COVID first started, and him being like, "You're not going to get the vaccine, you're going to fucking die." Like, okay, whatever, buddy. Like, calm down, take your fucking, your Pfizer money that you get and shove it right up your ass. I don't give a fuck about your goddamn, vaccine. I don't give a fuck about your, whatever your personal opinion is. There's not enough science, there's not enough actual information to say that it was good or bad. So I chose to not get involved with it. And when I tried to explain that, I would basically get laughed away as having comorbidities and this and that and the other and, all that. And so having it and thinking of all those things kind of swirling around in my brain in a death spiral, that was rough. This time, I literally feel like my chest is going to cave the fuck in. I can still smell, I can still taste. I can't vape, I can't smoke pot, I can't drink carbonated water, even though that's the only thing I've been drinking is carbonated water lately. I just don't know when this is going to end. I hope it ends soon because it feels like my head's in a vice constantly. But I know that I'm at the other side of it because the first couple days were just, the first day was nothing. It felt like a cold. Like, oh, I got a little cough, I got the sniffles, I'll be fine. And the next day I was like, oh my God, I can't breathe. I sound like fucking, I don't know what. And just like, it's not a good time. So with that said, I just, like I said, I'm on the other side of it. I'll be better shortly. I've got a couple more days off of work, so hopefully I'll be ready to come back and, get back into full swing. I just feel real shitty about not being there because, I'm on the schedule, which means they need me there, usually. On a real note, though, it really sucks to be sick on Christmas. We had plans to visit with family Christmas Eve. Hence we got new Christmas pajamas. We were going to go to a Christmas Eve party and with the fam and do some cool, gift exchanges and have dinner, hang out, shoot the shit with everybody. And unfortunately, we couldn't be there because we were sick. So that kind of leaves us to our own devices. On top of that, I had done a really stupid thing and shortchanged myself for gifts due to Amazon because I thought Amazon had taken money out of my account when they actually hadn't. Therefore, when they did try to take the money out of my account the day before Christmas, before shipping items out, which is a joke, I didn't have the funds in the account. So basically half of my Christmas gifts were fucking thrown out at that point. And I said, well, we're not going to see everybody for Christmas. So, we're going to see some of the people for Christmas. So we'll get their gifts. And then, next week after Christmas, I'll get everybody else's gifts. So that was a thing. Then there's just the, I guess, depression that comes with it. There is a little bit of depression that comes with the Christmas season and, thinking about people who, I haven't seen in a long time. People, friends who I haven't seen in a long time. Family I haven't seen in a long time. And, it's really hard. It just makes you feel like you want to do that thing, but then there's so many reasons why you don't. And, unfortunately, there are some things I just can and can't do. And, so of course I have to accept those limitations regardless of whether or not they weigh on me, because that's who I am. I am an absolute stubborn bastard. And speaking of being a stubborn bastard, I don't know if y'all guys have noticed or not, but I got my hair long as hell now. It's just about shoulder length. And so I am going to be, this was a year's worth of growth. I decided that my wife hadn't cut my hair in 2 months as of January last year, this year. And so I told her as a punishment, I was going to keep it for a year. And because I'm, if not a man of my word, and I, always do what I say I'm going to do, I decided to grow my hair out for the year. And so at some point, my nephew got involved, and it turned into like $100 bet. I don't even care about the bet anymore. I just, I said I was going to do it. I set out to do it, and I did it. It's not really rocket science or anything crazy, but it was something, So there's that. So I will be getting this all shaved off in the next week. Probably New Year's Eve. So if you guys want to see that, leave a comment down below and let me know. I'll make a little video about that. I'm afraid though that when my hair grows back, it's gonna come in gray, just because I have a lot of gray starting in the beard, and there's gray hairs coming up in other places, if you know what I mean. So I'm definitely starting to look my age at some points. It's funny because a lot of the guys at work, didn't believe that I was 45. So, being 45, I when I was a kid, man, I thought once you were in your 40s, like, you had your shit together, No, I still don't have my shit together. I'm almost fucking 50, which is almost 60, which is almost 100. Like I said, the seasonal depression kicks in. And then, of course, there's all the Christmas movies with all the feelings. And, not gonna lie, I get a little misty-eyed. Like, not a little. It's pretty obnoxious. But, trying to hold back that feeling is like nothing I can even describe. It's a horrible feeling. It is an absolute horrible feeling, trying to keep the dam up at all times, because at any moment those feelings just come leaking out for no reason whatsoever. And it happens to me all the time, and mostly when there's like things that make me happy, things that make me sad, things that make me nostalgic. And of course that dam is just barely hanging on. It really is, I swear. And sometimes those feelings I don't want to feel those feelings, but I gotta let them out a little bit, It's a really, really awkward feeling. I probably should mention that at the same time, I am no longer on mental health meds, and I'm no longer in therapy. I decided to end my treatment, maybe even September, I think it was. And the issue at the time was I wasn't sure if I was going to still have medical coverage. Luckily, I still have medical coverage. I just don't use it. I feel like being with a therapist for the last couple of years, I have learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about my reactions to things. I've learned a lot about how to navigate a lot of different feelings, but that doesn't fix everything. I still have a lot of work to do, but I think the ball is in my court. So that has been pretty much my depressing Christmas. I hope you guys had a better one. And if you didn't, well, talk about it. I just have to keep pushing through the next year and hope that things get better. Anyways, that's about all I got. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.